Right, a minute past top of the hour, and just right on time for KUTV Primetime News, or rather Weekend Live. And indeed, we have much more lined up for you this particular evening. But first thing first, our top stories tonight.
Tonight, 39 and counting. Ruto makes yet another foreign trip a day after he promised to slash foreign trips budget. Go be the health ambassadors. Health CS Susan Nahumicha commissions community health promoters in Kwale County to mark Cancer Awareness Day. A man on a mission. Gachagua takes coffee reforms gospel to Germany, promises to open a big warehouse overseas to market Kenyan coffee. Plus, a taste of Iron Fist. Fatuma Zarika flows Fatuma Omar to mark her triumphant return to boxing arena.
Good evening and welcome. Joy MUTAVA is our sign language interpreter tonight. My name is AUMA Evans. Remember, you can follow this broadcast on our social media platform on YouTube. We are live on YouTube at KUTV Kenya. And you can tweet me at AUMA Evans. Remember to use the hashtag Weekend Live. And now we begin our bulletin with President William Ruto has embarked on yet another foreign trip just a day after announcing austerity measures targeting non-essential travels. President Ruto's latest travel took him to Brazzaville, Congo for a 3-day climate conference which came to a close today. This marked the 39th foreign trip by the president since the inauguration and coincides with the criticism of ballooning travel expenses against a struggling economy. Our political affairs reporter Joseph Oyomo opens our bulletin tonight with that report.
In a silent departure with no prior communication, President William Ruto jetted out of the country to Brazzaville, Congo on Friday evening. The head of state alongside leaders from 37 other countries congregated for a climate summit occasioned by the need to safeguard and rejuvenate tropical forests and create an architecture for reinforcing international collaboration on climate change. The president's latest travel marks his 39th foreign trip in just 1 year. Ruto has spent over 56 million shillings on travel expenses in the first half of the current financial year ending June 2024, which is double the amount spent by the same office in a similar period in 2021.
Tumesema safari itakayogarimiwa na wananchi wa Kenya iwe ni safari italeta pesa, italeta waegezaji ama ilete manufaa kwa wananchi wa Kenya.
Prior to this trip, President Ruto had visited 45 cities in 38 countries over 83 days. This comes hot on the heel of loud complaints about his frequent trips, particularly at a time when his administration is struggling to stabilize the economy.
Imepunguza ile pesa ya watu kurandaranda na kuzunguka. Niliona jana watu wa magazeti wanasema nimepunguza milioni 500. Hapana, si milioni 500. Nimepunguza bilioni 11.
Ruto slipped out of the country on the same day that he declared that he will cut his travel budget by a hefty 11 billion to support other projects in the country. In May this year, the National Assembly's Defense Committee wanted the Budget and Appropriation Committee to allocate an additional 1.3 billion for the presidential travel, after the Treasury allocated it some 700 million shillings. Joseph Oyomo, KUTV.
And now switching gears to health matters, Health Cabinet Secretary Susan Nahumicha has officially commissioned community health promoters in Kwale County. She has also commissioned a comprehensive range of essential healthcare projects, including a female ward at Msambweni County Referral Hospital. CS Nahumicha was in the county where she joined Area Governor Fatuma Achani, health workers and residents for Cancer Awareness Walk to mark World Cancer Awareness Day 2023. Vivian Opio with more details.
As As Breast Cancer Awareness Month draws to a close, Kenyans living in Msambweni, Kwale County participated in a cancer awareness walk. Wearing different shades of pink, the locals and health practitioners were backed up by Area Governor Fatuma Chani and Health Cabinet Secretary Susan Nahumicha to support the cancer cause. CS Nahumicha utilized the occasion to commission Kwale County community health promoters, the CHPs, whose services are essential so to serve areas they come from and to provide essential education.
Tunakubali jukumu hili tukufu. Na tuko tayari kutumikia. Kwa jamii zote.
The CS also handed over mobile phones to the community health promoters at Msambweni County Referral Hospital. These phones will empower them to effectively conduct health promotion and awareness initiatives within the county. Today also saw the unveiling of specialized cancer care facilities to boost cancer treatment in Kwale County. The health CS urged all Kenyans to prioritize cancer screening to enable early treatment. CS Nahumicha has given contractors manning leased medical equipment up to next week to ensure the equipment are functional. The rallying calls in today's event was for Kenyans to make self-screening a habit so as to prevent cancer illnesses and deaths. Vivian Opio, KUTV.
Right, thank you, Vivian Opio, for that. Now, let me take you to Germany for a bit. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has revealed the plan by the government to erect a Kenyan coffee warehouse in Germany. This, he says, will help raise popularity of the Kenyan coffee in the European nation. Speaking at a meeting with Kenyan living in Germany, Mneneweru reports on a day the DP revealed that the diaspora community will share in the responsibility of making Kenyan coffee great again.
The coffee sector revival campaign was taken to Munich, Germany, a campaign commandeered by the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. During a gala dinner with the Kenyan diaspora in Germany, the Deputy President acknowledged Germany's position as a major importer of Kenyan coffee, but expressed optimism on more collaboration with the European giant in the sector.
I am very happy that I'm here in Germany today, the largest importer of coffee in Europe, and that takes quite a bit of our coffee. But what they take is not enough.
Part of the plan is to erect a gargantuan warehouse in Germany to host the best of Kenyan coffee set for circulation in the country.
We had a great conversation with one of the greatest logistical companies here in Germany that deals with coffee, and we have come to a conclusion that we are going to start negotiations to open a huge warehouse for Kenyan coffee here in Germany.
The Deputy President says that the diaspora community will be tasked with popularizing Kenyan coffee in Germany.
So we're going to partner with Kenyans already here in Germany. Once we establish that warehouse, we recruit several Kenyans who are lived here in Germany to assist us in marketing our coffee.
Back in the country, Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Mithika Linturi announced the success of Kenyan coffee in the Nairobi Coffee Exchange, where Kenyan coffee worth $2.8 million was sold, further pledging the government's full commitment to reviving the coffee sector.
For that 3 days, kwa auction ya kahawa kule, we turned $2.8 million. So, mjipange. Kahawa tunaenda kurekebisha, tumekuwa na reforms tunajua zinaendelea. Last month I was in Colombia, na rais na deputy president kule, tumeongea na ile nchi. Their coffee is equally very good. They are coming next month because we want to create a partnership.
Courting international markets was the government's major play in the wager against coffee cartels, a wager that the Deputy President has pledged to grab by the horns. Mneneweru, KUTV.
Now, the community living around Nkabune Technical Training Institute in Meru County today resorted to demonstration, citing failure of their principal, Eunice Njenga, to heed them. They also claim that they have registered low business owing to the decline in students' enrollment into the institution. They are also accusing Ms. Njenga of mismanaging the institution. The principal had sent a board member to respond to questions, who later walked out of the interview after failing to address the queries. The police had a difficult time restoring order in the place.
Hataki kuangalia mambo ya wafanyikazi wa biashara, community ameachana naye kabisa. Watu outside ndio wako wengi, hakuna wanafunzi. Tumejaribu kufanya kazi na tumeshindwa. Kuna marketing ya shule siku hizi, before ilikuwa lakini sasa hizi hakuna. Jenga mas.
Shule imeisha wanafunzi. Mbeleni wakati wa mwalimu Tunga kulikuwa na wanafunzi wengi na kulikuwa na maendeleo. Mijengo na mamingi, hata wafanyikazi walikuwa wengi. Kule shuleni walikuwa wanaajiriwa, na saa hizi wale wanafunzi wako ni kama 400.
Elsewhere, the construction of 13 billion shillings Ndaragu 2 Dam in Gatundu North continues to face opposition from residents who are expected to cede land for the project. According to locals, relocating them will mean separation from their ancestral land and dampen their farming, which counters the country's quest for food security. And as Masu Wanjiru reports, the High Court postponed its ruling in an application by the affected residents to have construction of the project stopped.
The construction of the 13 billion shillings Darugui 2 Dam in Gatundu North faces an uncertain future as the High Court delays its ruling on a request from the residents to have the project stopped until their legal petition is heard and resolved. Njoroge Mwangi is one of the affected residents. The man, popularly known as Muteti, questioned the government's failure to conduct public participation exercise, which he says would have yielded agreeable decisions such as where to locate the dam.
Yale ambayo serikali na katiba imekuwa ikisema ya public participation, kuuliza wananchi maoni, kama serikali ingetuuliza kitambo, sisi tunajua, sisi ni wakazi wa mule Kiamboni. Tungewaonyesha mahala ambapo damu inafaa kujengwa. Kuna mahali panaitwa pale Gatundu kidogo, Gatundu kusini, Gatundu yetu, Gatundu Road pale chini, kuna mahali pazuri, pana mito mizuri, panafaa kujengwa bawa, na hakuna mtu ambaye atafurushwa kutoka kwa hilo shamba kwa sababu hata hakuna mtu analima.
To save their land possessions, they lodged a complaint with the Lands and Environment Court in Thika, seeking to have the project stopped from taking off. They secured orders to suspend the government's Gazette Notice number 1644, communicating the acquisition of the land for construction of the dam. Their lawyer Frederick Mariga says locals are ready to abide by the ruling of the court.
My client's position ile wao wanaendelea kupinga na ujenzi wa dam, and they are patient wakigoja uamuzi wa koti vile koti itaamua. Kwa hivyo sisi tunagojea koti iamue na wako tayari wabind na ruling ya koti.
The new ruling date has been set at 4 December 2023. The extensions on the ruling continues to stall the takeoff of President William Ruto's administration Pioneer Dam project. Masu Wanjiru, KUTV.
Okay, that story by Masu Wanjiru takes us to a fast break here on Weekend Live. Plenty more to follow after the break.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audio-visual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.
I'm Associate Professor in the Institute of Philosophy of Jagiellonian University in Krakow, Poland, and I'm the main coordinator of the Cafe project, which is being here hosted by Kenyatta University.
My name is Ewa Hudoba. I am a project manager in this consortium. Keep watching cutting edge research at Kenyatta University Television.
And destroying these forests is like when you have lung problems and it affects your entire body. I'm passionate about environment conservation, especially the advocacy part and the tree growing part. I do not have any educational background on the same, and that does not make me environmentally unconscious at all, because I believe that the only qualification you need for you to conserve the environment is the fact that you live on this planet.
Where is the borderline between my freedom of choice in terms of religion and me entering into some sort of a cult? Because again, it's my choice.
Well, Irene, what I would say here is that there is barely a distinction between religion and cultism. They are intertwined.
Welcome back, and we are glad you chose to stay with us. Now, the veteran Benga musician Newton Karis has donated an important guitar and offered a recording deal to upcoming artist in Embu County to mark his 40 years in music industry. Karis, who now represents Muminji ward in Embu County Assembly, is aiming to mentor young talented musicians who usually face challenges at the start of their music career, as Julie Ongaki now reports.
With a music career spanning 4 decades, Benga maestro Newton Karish now seeks to mentor and nurture young artists who are at many times challenged at the start of their music career. The artist is donating a guitar and offering a recording deal to upcoming musicians, with several youth turning up for the audition to win the deal.
Hii siku ya leo ilikuwa kuonyesha mashabiki wa Ngara Band ati hakuna mchezo, kweli kuna ngita tunapeana, na ndio hii tulikuwa tunaingoja, manake imetumia siku kadhaa, tulikuwa tunaingoja.
Speaking at Billionaire Club in Embu County during the Guitar ya Karish audition, when he unveiled the guitar imported from the US, Karish noted that there is need to mentor the youth in the music industry. Lauding the initiative, music producer Charles Maura noted that the drive will revive the flames of musical talent among the rising stars in the county.
Unajua bwana MC, hii county yetu talent imekuwa imesahaulika kidogo. Exactly. Vijana ambao wako na talanta ya muziki wamekuwa wamesahaulika. But sasa tunaona mambo inaendelea kuanza kushika moto.
Out of 59 contestants, the winner may become the next big thing in the secular music industry in Embu County after the celebrated musician. The finals of the competition are expected to be held in December at Moi Stadium, Embu, with scores of celebrated Benga artists set to grace the occasion.
Vijana 45 kwenda hadi 50 na ambao wanashiriki katika shindano hili la Guitar ya Karish at 40 Talent Search. Kumbuka kwamba tunashukuru sana Billionaires jamani, kwa sababu wamekuwa katika mstari wa mbele kuhakikisha kwamba wamenacha vijana wetu.
Serving as an MCA for Muminji Ward, Newton Karish is famous for his exploits as a benga artist who uses his music to educate and inspire the masses. Julie Ongaki, KUTV.
Now, ahead of scheduled visit to Kenya by Britain's King Charles III and Queen Camilla, the Talai clan of Kipsigis community is petitioning the king to help them receive compensation for land lost during the colonial period. Human rights groups also want the British royals to address colonial atrocities as well as injustices perpetrated by the British corporations currently operating in Kenya.
The picturesque tea highlands of Kericho County in Kenya's Rift Valley. But beneath the scenic rolling hills and sprawling tea estates are dark secrets deeply buried in the very soul of this community. When the British arrived in this part of the world, the Kipsigis community and the people of its Talai clan were evicted from their lands under the Crown Lands Ordinance of 1902, which essentially transferred ownership of their lands to the British.
Before the white man came, we were staying well with no problems with other people. Where my mother came from, we were all friends.
Kibore Cheruyot Ngasura is among the few surviving Talai elders who took part in the colonial resistance of the 1940s, which led to his detention by British colonizers. Today he is 106 years old and lives on the fringes of what was once his ancestral heaven, on a piece of land he bought after he was freed. He will live to see Britain's new King Charles III make a state visit to Kenya from October the 31st to November the 3rd, Charles' first to a Commonwealth nation since succeeding his mother Queen Elizabeth II last year.
We welcome the king. He is welcome here, but he must remember the Talai people. We have gone through a hard time, and he should do something about it.
Tito Arap Mitei is a former colonial-era prison warden.
We want back our property. We want back our property.
Kenya declared its independence from Britain in December of 1963. As Kenya gets ready to commemorate 60 years of independence, these peasant farmers have little cause for celebration, says Joel Kimeto, a leader and a scholar of the Kipsigis.
They should compensate us, and at the same time, they should now acknowledge and tell the Kenya government to revert back our Kipsigis ancestral lands, free of charge. We are not buying. When they came here, they did not buy.
In May 2021, United Nations Special Rapporteurs wrote to the UK government expressing concern about its failure to issue a public apology and provide reparations for the estimated 500,000 Kipsigis and Talai people who suffered under the British rule. The UK government said it issued an apology in 2013 and compensated Kenyans who lived through the emergency period and the Mau Mau insurgency and made claims. The Kipsigis and Talai note their complaint and case is separate. David Ngasura Tuwei is an advocate for the Kipsigis and the author of a book about them.
The objective of writing the book is to highlight the whole world. I want the whole world to know the plight of the Talai plus the Kipsigis, what the colonialists did to the Talai and Kipsigis people.
With Buckingham Palace saying in a statement that the king will acknowledge the more painful aspects of Britain and Kenya's shared history during his trip, there is hope that the visit could offer some semblance of historical closure. Francis Ontomwa, VOA News, Kericho, Kenya.
We take yet another short break. When we come back, up next, sports news.
You need to look for high quality friends.
I'm from Kingston, Jamaica, Portmore. That's my village.
Sanga kitini hapo ukinyepia ukikatia mademu akipita.
Sina pesa saa hii, nimekuja kukopesa choo.
Focus on Health is a show that creates awareness on matters health and informs you on various diseases, their causes, treatment, prevention, coping, and support. So join me, Boari Michelle, every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. only on KUTV. You can also follow us on our social media platforms at KUTV Focus on Health on Facebook and also on YouTube, and Health Focus on Instagram, because your health is your wealth. Stay safe and stay healthy.
In this episode, we relive our time at the Institute of Electronics and Electrical Engineering, African 2023, held at the Kenya School of Monetary Studies.
We came in for this IEEE African here to present on the future of photonics in Africa. You know, now photonics is everywhere, in fiber optics, in solar energy, in communications, in health like X-rays. They're all using, in media, like cameras are all using these photonics technologies.
I'm Professor Saifur Rahman. I'm the current president of IEEE and CEO. What I saw in Kenya, very especially young generation, they're very innovative.
Now it's time for sporty action. The Kenya National Women Rugby Sevens team, the Kenya Lionesses, will remain in WXV3 Rugby Series after 21-5 win over Colombia in a crunch match played in Dubai. The Lionesses are to some boxing action. Kenya's sensational boxer Fatuma Iron Fist Zarika successfully retained her World Boxing Federation World Super Featherweight title after flooring Fatuma Omari of Tanzania at the Betika Ultra Fight Boxing Promotion at Broadway, that is held in Westland, Nairobi. Zarika won after knocking out Omari in the fourth round of the scheduled 10-round bout. In the men's fight, Albert Kimario is the new World Alliance Boxing Association Intercontinental Super Bantamweight title holder after overcoming Gray Chimkwapulu of Malawi by a score of 98-92, 100-90, and 100-90 in the 10-round fight. Now to some football action. The Football Kenya Federation Premier League Match Day 8 action kick-off today across different stadiums in the country. Defending champions Gor Mahia were held to a barren draw against Bidco United at the Moi Sports Centre Kasarani, while league leaders Postal Rangers extended their lead to 4 points after thrashing Bandari FC 2-0 at the Annex Stadium, and Tusker FC bounced back from defeat after their loss to Kogalo by beating Sofapaka by a solitary goal at the Machakos Stadium. Tomorrow's action will see Nairobi City Stars take on KCB, while Kariobangi Sharks will tackle Kakamega Homeboys at the Kasarani Annex from 3 p.m. It is a wrap, and many thanks for men and women behind the scene who made this production